This is my John Deere D170 that I just bought for $200, and it's got some problems. Flat front right tire, it's missing the seat. It's also missing the cruise control. The battery is bad, and there's a bunch of loose tubes and stuff, and there's a missing fuel pump. So yeah, that's not good.
And through this video, you will see me fix those issues and a bunch more that come up along the way, so I can flip it, make a profit, and eventually buy my dream car, a Mini Cooper, kinda.
First things first, this thing is nasty in here, so I'm just gonna open it up and get all the stuff out.
Hey, so welcome to the video. First off, I want to clarify what the main goal is. I want to make $5,000 so I can buy my dream car.
There we go. Ugh.
And so far, I've made $1,350, which is a pretty good amount.
Should probably be wearing gloves for this.
And I know what you're thinking. There is no way that's the same lawnmower that's in the thumbnail.
Some animal must have been in here and died. Oh yeah, there's some junk.
But I promise you, through this video, I make it look so good.
Oh, this is probably supposed to be on top of the filter. I see. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this thing to run. And then if it runs, then I can invest more money and like time in cleaning it up and putting stuff on it. I don't want to spend all the money if it's just going to be like a blown up engine, you know what I mean? So I think now we got to try to put the fuel pump on. So I got this. It says it's for a motorcycle, but I did my research and it should fit right onto there, hopefully. Sweet, I got a free fuel filter. That's nice. All right, here it is. I think it just goes on something like that. I mean, to me, it looks right. I don't know. Let's just see if it fits. Does she fit? Yeah. All right, first I'm gonna try to get these tubes connected. Pinch this thing, pull it up. I mean, that looks pretty good on there.
So I did my best to guess where the tubes were supposed to go, but I wasn't 100% sure.
There, that's not going anywhere. Now the problem is this tube is all the way over here. It needs to make it over here. Luckily, my kit comes with a extra tube extension thingy. I don't know how it works.
I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure this out, but eventually I just gave up and screwed it on. So I went and kind of tried to figure out how this thing worked.
See, when I turn the key off, on. Oh wait, if I reverse it this way.
And all I had to do to fix it was just screw it on.
There we go.
But then I realized something.
Now where is the fuel? Oh wait a second. Okay, I could be wrong, but on my last lawnmower, the fuel filter was like right in this area. These two that aren't connected, they might just get connected by a fuel filter, but I don't know. So I want to make sure.
So I talked to AI for a bit and it didn't really help that much.
Okay, so I'm not really sure, but it sounds like it's supposed to be there. I mean, it makes the most sense, right? This has got to go right here.
And while I was attaching it, all I could think of is this really the right way?
There, that looks right? It's gotta be right. It's looking pretty nice if I do say so myself. So I believe that's pretty much everything. I just need to jump start it and see if it starts. I don't know.
I then cleaned the engine again just to make sure nothing would block it from spinning.
And now it spins pretty freely enough. It moves. I don't know if this is gonna be able to reach. I might barely be able to reach this. I'm gonna have to do some crazy maneuvering though. Pop the trunk or engine, whatever. There we go. We should have power now, so I think I can try to jump start it. All right, I am quite nervous, especially since the cruise control is busted. Let's see if anything happens. Ready? Hello? Might be because I don't have a seat.
The reason I said that is because the seat usually comes with this little sensor thing. And it's kind of like a safety thing, so it knows that if you're sitting on the seat, it won't let you drive.
I think if I just put metal on it, it should work.
But I didn't realize that all it did was stop the mower from mowing, not starting.
All right, there we go. Let's give this a shot. 3, 2, 1. Nothing.
So that's why, even after putting that piece of metal on it, it didn't end up working.
Still don't know how to start it, but I don't really have anything to do today, so I thought, might as well clean it, right? It is disgusting, so I need to find a way to get this off by myself.
But luckily, I had these ramps. Otherwise, I'm not really sure how I would do this.
There's one.
I'm pretty sure they're meant for like a four-wheeler or something, but I think it'll work with my mower.
All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, those are good. Now for the scary part.
It definitely doesn't look too scary on camera, but in the moment, it felt like I was 10 feet in the air.
Okay, there we go. That was pretty scary, but it was fine. There she is. This is only my second time ever seeing it on the ground. All right, give it a wash, see how it looks.
This part was quite satisfying, because when I bought it, I knew it looked rough, but underneath the dirt, it looked very solid. And luckily I was right, because it was definitely dirty, but the main parts were in good condition, and as long as I clean it well, it should turn out looking okay.
Okay, well, I just finished cleaning it, and it looks amazing, way better than it did before. Yeah, she's looking very nice. To clean out these headlights, though, I'm gonna need to take them off. Underneath here. Very nice. And then the engine is looking really good.
So the next day, me and my dad got to work on getting it running. And of course, I forgot to plug in the microphone. So I don't really have any audio, but I'll just explain. Basically, the starter motor was locked up, so that's why it wouldn't start. And we fixed it just by smacking it a couple times. But the motor was running really wonky, so we looked inside and found this. I got to work cleaning it out by hand, but it was taking a while, so I decided to switch over to the power washer. Then I put the cover for the motor back on and rolled it back. I also added this stuff to the rust on the starter motor. Basically, it should dissolve the rust and in theory fix the starter motor. But it's just a theory. Oh, also, I broke the fuel filter while I was washing it, so that's nice.
Alright, so quick recap. We got the mower running, but it sounded a little weird. And then I broke the fuel filter, of course, so that's nice. So now it should probably work. The problem was the starter motor thing. It's supposed to push up and then spin the motor and then push back down and the motor will spin by itself. But it wasn't popping up. And so we just had to smack it a couple times and it started working. And I put a bunch of rust stuff on it so it would take the rust off. So hopefully that'll be fixed. I don't have to buy a new one of those. But the battery on here is definitely shot. So if we can get it running, I'll buy a new battery and a new front right tire and a new seat. Oh, speaking of the seat. So the problem here is I can't just buy a brand new seat because there's supposed to be a big like bracket thing right here. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it just comes with the seat. So I might need to find someone who's parting it out or something. I don't know, because I'm guessing it's not cheap. But hey, if this is all day 2, not a bad start for day 2, or I guess second day, whatever. Hello, it is now day 3. The one time I put a cover on, it does not rain, of course. The rust dissolver seems to have done its job pretty well on this. Got a fuel filter and some oil, because as you can see, the oil is quite low. But first things first, let's get this engine back together. Oopsies.
Then I decided to check on the oil.
A little bit more. Can add a tiny bit more. Alright, let's see. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks perfect. Try my best not to break it this time.
I spent a lot of time trying to get it on.
Does not want to go on.
But for whatever reason, that side of the tube was just really hard to push on.
I'm gonna blow in the gas and try to get some gas in there. Oh yeah, that works.
But eventually I did get it.
It was that hard to put on, there's no way it's leaking anything. It's about as good as it'll get, I think. Alright, now that all that's been done, I think it's time to try to start it again. Maybe it'll work, I don't know.
So the audio here was kind of bad, so I'll just explain what happens. So obviously it's running, but it just doesn't sound quite right. And also it drives as well.
Could it be the spark plug?
So basically what I was just saying is it has 2 cylinders, but only one is running. So we decided to swap out the spark plugs and see if they were the issue. The result you see will be shocking. But sadly, it started even with the good one, and it shocked my dad. We figured out that the problem was that one of the rods on the second cylinder was bent, so the cylinder wasn't firing correctly. And of course, I cannot focus a camera. So my dad put them back in and adjusted them properly.
All right, so quite a bit has happened. This morning I went, got a new battery, so that's nice, and put in some new spark plugs, and it runs. I won't show you right now just because I need to replace the oil, and I don't want the engine to be hot when I'm doing that, or the oil I mean, but it runs pretty good. But I still have a couple things I need to do. And as you can see, brand new battery. I actually used this exact same one on my last mower. It doesn't look like it'll fit though. Gotta grab a funnel. I think if we do it like this, if we have this right here, hopefully that'll all work. Well, okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
So if you're confused why I'm changing the oil again, basically last time I just added some so the engine would work.
I don't really know how long this will take.
But I wanted to give it a full oil change so it would last a while.
Okay, that's probably pretty good. There you go. Ugh. All right, so this should be the same one. Let's just check. Yep, looks right. So there is gonna be a lot of oil that comes out. I believe I can use this thing. This one doesn't even fit. Okay, this one should work. Yeah, there we go. Maybe that's probably enough. Now there's gonna be a lot of oil when I do this. Yep. There we go. But when we take this one, I'm gonna take some more oil.
Basically, you just take the oil and put it around the outside of the filter. So then I put the new filter on and tried not to spill too much oil. And then I fully refilled the oil. I also noticed a mouse chewed through the ground wire where the headlights were, so I decided to fix it. So I stripped the wires using this wire stripper, and connected the wires to a clip that fit where the wire belonged. Then I plugged it in and did the exact same thing to the next wire, which I also plugged in. So then I took out the casings and replaced the old light bulbs with the new ones. And luckily I still had the mic on my camera, so it recorded my reaction. Yes! Let's go. I did not think that was gonna work. Alright, sorry because my microphone's dead, so my voice won't sound great. But next on the list, I'm gonna try to fill up this tire.
Oh, and you can watch me drive it for the first time. Well, it holds it a little bit, so maybe it'll be fine, I don't know.
Then I decided to clean up my workspace a little bit so I could work on the headlights.
Alright, so my microphone's charged now, so I thought I might as well try and get these all cleaned up because they look nasty. I believe to do that I need to take this sticker off. Just peel that back. It's so annoying they put it back behind the sticker because then the sticker can go bad, but whatever. So now I should be able to just take it right out. There it is. So here we are, 2 lights. This is what I'll be cleaning first. Found this stuff for headlights.
In my opinion, cleaning the headlights is one of the best things to do to make something look good.
You can kind of already see the difference.
I mean, take for example this car without clean headlights compared to this one with cleaned headlights. The difference is huge. And it costs me nothing and increases the value. It's kind of a win-win. Though it did take quite a while to do.
There's a before and after. I only have one right here because the other one's already on it, but you get the idea. There we go. All right. Yeah, that looks much better. Can't really see with the lights on though, can you? There you go. They're not perfect, but they're definitely better. All right, so I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. We'll see if the tire holds. I've already felt it. It felt a little bit lower, so I don't think that's gonna work, but it's going good. It's going good. I don't know how well this picks up on camera, but there's a lot of junk on here.
Yeah, it doesn't show up too well on camera, but cleaning this made a huge difference. The dirt, or whatever the stuff is, sadly wouldn't come off with the power washer, so that's why I had to do it by hand. But I made sure to clean every part I could find that hadn't been washed well with the power washer. And it made it look pretty good, but once I polish it and add the plastic treatment, it will look almost brand new.
Alright, so a bit has happened. It's another day, and the tire is sadly flat. I don't think you can see it. One other thing with the tire is, instead of buying an entire new tire, I might just buy a tube instead that I can put on the inside. It'd be a lot cheaper and a lot easier, because on my old lawnmower, these are so hard to get off. But before I do any of that, the outside's pretty clean, but it's still pretty nasty under there, so I'm gonna have to clean this.
So I know at the start I said a Mini Cooper's my dream car, but there's actually a couple different cars that I'm really interested in, like a Porsche Boxster or a 350Z. It kind of depends on what's for sale and how much money I end up making.
Alright, I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit. It is looking nice and clean now, but in order to keep it that way, gotta get it dry and then get it in a building. So then you're probably supposed to pull this instead of pushing it, but I prefer pushing.
So now I had to store it without getting it dirty.
Alright, I'm gonna take my shoes off. Still gonna grab them and just leave them upside down. Guess it works. Ugh. Kidding me? What a scam. There we go. I think that went pretty well. So it's pretty tight in here, right next to the Porsche and all the other lawnmowers, so I think I'm just gonna have to rearrange some stuff real quick.
So I've actually started episode 2 as I'm editing this, and a quick teaser is this snowblower will be the focus of the episode.
This tire was actually off of my other lawnmower I had. As you can see, we had to cut it on both sides because there's a metal band. So I don't have much else to do today with the lawnmower, so I guess I'll just wait for the seat to come, see if it looks right, and then I don't know, we'll see.
Then I test fitted my new seat, which was $100, and I was kind of nervous because it's a universal seat, but it seemed to fit perfectly.
A lot of the parts are still on the way, but I just got a tube for this tire, so hopefully that can fix it.
So I started by jacking it up and making sure it was in a good position so it wouldn't fall.
Last time I did this, it was super annoying to get this knob off, so hopefully it pops off pretty easily. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's just this like little pin thing that just clicks right in there. I believe. Just pull it right off. There you go. And now it's time for the really annoying and hard part, which is actually popping it off slightly so I can get the tube.
Out of everything that goes into fixing lawnmowers, by far replacing the flat tires is my least favorite part. You will soon understand why that is.
Well, this is not working, so I might need to go get some Windex to help get it off.
The Windex basically helps pop the tire off because it makes the rubber very slippery, but still not easy to take off.
There we go. But now, that should hopefully be enough room right there to squeeze in the new one. Whew.
Then I tried to get the little cap off.
There we go.
And it was time to put in the new tube.
I think the trick is you fill it with a little bit of air so it gets like, you can kind of tell what it is, and then you put it in and you fill it all the way, so we're gonna do that.
And putting it in wasn't too bad, I just had to slowly work it in, but then something happened that I thought might happen.
Oh, that's not good. Nice.
And after a lot of shoving, I got it out somehow.
Should probably tape this then or something. Hopefully that holds it.
And getting it back on is honestly even harder than taking it off. I sped up the footage as much as my computer would allow me to, and then I realized...
Wait a second. Am I even doing the right thing? You might just need to do this when it might just be ready to be filled, I don't know.
Yeah, so it turns out I was very confused. The tire would pop on once I filled the tube up enough. Oh, and speaking of the tube... So I spent another half an hour trying to get the valve system up again, which really hurt my palms because the tire was pushing them up against the rim of the wheel, which were pretty sharp. And I eventually got it up and held it with some pliers, but after filling it, this happened again. And to make matters worse...
Well, it definitely would have worked, but I hear a leak, which is too bad.
And because I filled it up, the tire I spent ages sliding off had popped back on again. So I had to take it off again. Are you guys beginning to understand why I don't like tires?
Oh, finally.
So then I filled it up to see if it was really popped.
That's the tiniest little hole. That was because of me. All right, it's the next day. My hands hurt so bad from pushing it under that wheel all the time. But I got a bunch of parts. It was not cheap. I don't know how much it costed, but obviously it'll show up right there. So yeah, let's begin. So first up, as you can see, it's just a hole right here, which is not what it's supposed to be. This bad boy is the solution, I believe. So I open this up, there's this little thing right here, this thing right here that goes up into there. So I believe if I just put it in like that, yep, just like that. I'll turn the parking brake off. If I push down on the throttle right here, I can just lift this up like that, and it just stays. See how the throttle's still down there? And if I push this down, it comes back up. But as you can see right here, this sticker is not in great condition. So I got some epoxy, which is a little bit overkill, but it should definitely do the job.
But when I went to pour it, I noticed something.
Oh, well, this stuff might be ruined.
One side of the glue was dried out, so off camera, I took a stick and got out some of the good glue that was left.
All right, maybe it'll still work.
And I made sure to put the glue everywhere, but it kept peeling and making a mess, so I wiped it down and put a bottle on top to help it from peeling.
And now for the final upgrade of the day, down here. There's supposed to be a cover so all the grass doesn't shoot out, and there's some rust. So if I put the cover on, it'll solve two problems. Get rid of the look of the rust, it'll still be there, but you won't see it. Yeah, it should help.
I struggled a bit to get the next bolt off because it would just spin freely when I tried to get it off. The bottom was one of those round things that's hard to grip, but eventually... Then I screwed off the mounting bracket thingy.
Alright, that's on there good. Then we'll just need to put this on.
Which, after checking how it works on Google and talking to AI for a little, I figured out.
Looks great. Alright, let's see how this is looking. Way better. It's not perfect, that'll be good enough. Alright, so that was pretty successful with those couple upgrades. Pretty much all I have left to do is the tire and the seat, and we're done. One other thing I want to do is just get this sticker off, because I noticed quite ugly.
Then I sprayed on some goof off to get rid of the mark the sticker left and wiped it down a couple times.
It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was with that ugly sticker.
I then went ahead and spray painted some spots with the leftover spray paint from my last mower. See if you can tell where I spray painted it on here. There's actually a rust spot right in there. And finally, my seat bracket from Dr. Lawnmower Man arrived from eBay.
Correct.
So I went ahead and cleaned it up. And yes, I could have bought a brand new one, but they're $20 more. And again, I know I should be sanding and priming it before painting, but it's a part that will be under the seat.
I got 2 tubes, so I don't accidentally, if I pop it, it's fine. So I'll put this in the tire now. This time around, I'm gonna be a lot more careful and smart about how I do this.
So it was then time for the long and painful process of popping off the tire and putting it in the tube.
There we go. Pretty good. There we go. Now I can finally let it down.
I then tested the turning, which worked great. Then I went and cleaned the wheel that I'd got dirty from fixing, and also cleaned the deck with a wet rag to really get the dirt out.
It's time to put the seat on, which is like literally the last step. So I'm excited for this one. So basically, this is the front. So I want it this way. So now all I have to do is attach it on this way. There we go. Finally, after so long. This thing has a seat, you can open it up. This is the first time sitting in it. So see how it feels? Oh yeah, it feels great. It's like perfect. So now it's done. The only other thing I'll have to do is clean it, which is crazy. But I think I deserve to drive it for real now, you know? And try to cut the grass just a tiny bit and see if it works. So. Well, it seemed to cut grass really good. I don't know how well you could see that, but if you look, that's the strip I just cut. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna take much cleaning. Mostly just wiping stuff off and polishing it, but I'll probably do it right here. I think I'll move it back just a little bit so I can get some good angles, and we can finally put this thing up for sale. So I put it right over there. First, I gotta get some polishing stuff. All right, this should be all I need. I'll be 100% transparent with you. I do not know how to polish, so I'm probably gonna do a lot of things wrong. But the main thing is I'm getting all the junk off, so that's mostly what I'm concerned about. All right, it's looking really good now. So that means it's time to get some pictures.
I then filmed a video of it getting a cold start and took even more pictures and called it good.
So there we go. That went really well. I'm just gonna take it to the shop so it stays there. It's gonna get a little dirty. It'll be fine. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a really good mood right now. It looks amazing. All the hard work is paid off, and it runs, it dries, it looks great. But now, last step to do, put it for sale. See if someone will buy it, because it's getting close to winter at the time of filming this, September. Not a lot of people need a lawnmower when it's becoming winter. Oh, and, sorry, if it doesn't sell, the plan is I'm gonna start my own lawn mowing business, and this will be the lawnmower I use. So if it doesn't even sell, it'd be nice if it did. But if it doesn't, that was lawn mowing, you know? I'll be back when something happens.
So my mic died again, but what I was saying is I got a bunch of offers, and later in the day a guy was gonna come look at it, so I was very excited.
Well, it's the next day. As you can see, there's no more. Got it sold. I decided not to film anything just because, you know, just to be nice. But yeah, got it for the full asking price of $1,250. So if you do the math, $200 for the mower, all the other costs minus $1,250, be around $700, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but somewhere in there. So that's a huge step towards getting my first car. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been an amazing one. Please let me know if you like these kind of videos. If not, that's fine. I'll probably stop making them. But if you guys really like it, I'll make a couple more maybe. Or I probably will. So thanks for watching. See ya.